Welcome to Albion TV's War Report, your source of live battle coverage featuring the top guilds and alliances of Albion Online. Today is the 12th of August, 2021. I am your host, the Shozen One, and I am joined today by Robinhoodrs on the play-by-play and Bogul on the camera. We are currently hanging out with Tamashi and your mom.
How's she doing?
Pretty immobile at the moment, just kind of hanging out over here in the sunny Sunfang Ravine near a castle. Apparently, Guild Xena has not massed today, so we only have Elevate out here. Not a large enough force to fight against the entire empire of PoE at the moment, but hopefully they'll get some kind of action. I'm also keeping an eye on Mon JP, who's currently taking down a castle lord in High Stone Meadow. So maybe some action. Robin, any hints, any sniffs, any feelings about content coming up this afternoon?
Well, we do have multiple launches tucked away all up in the north end. Six Alliance have launched onto Gromer once again, so Everwinter Expanse, Everwinter Shores, Shellheap Steppe, Shellheap Hills, top of Scarp, and North Strand Beach, all under attack by the Six Alliance. So hopefully we get a piece of content up there. I'm currently sitting on Drick. He's making his way up there with M3R, so he's a couple zones away. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we get some decent action with the Six Alliance versus Gromer. Blue Army is not massed today, so Six don't have to worry about that. Could lead to some interesting drawn-out battles up here in the north. Like we said, we don't expect Hamashi and them to fight PoE, as PoE they're heavily massed today, as you would expect after the beating that they took yesterday. Fortunately, Guild Xena not massed. Like Syndic's already on the move, as they just got word that Sunfang Ravine Castle has just been claimed by Elevate. See, I could be wrong that that Guild Xena's not masked. Let me double check. I need to. I keep. Who's that person that we jumped on yesterday? There it is. Igris. He is online. He's in Guild Xena's hide. Okay. This isn't looking good.
Not looking like a mass, if you will.
Yeah.
Looking more like a pass.
It's like they have like a party of 11, and that's about it.
Maybe this is party 2 or 3. Maybe this is party 3, and this is the 51st person that you're looking at.
Oh wait, that's not that name. Give me a. There we go. That name in chat. Hop on him. Hammer and Sickle are currently in Stonemouth Bay. It's just Hammer and Sickle. Guild Xena have their group here, and they're going to be defending this castle. It's going to be very small scale content.
Okay.
This is going to be quite interesting. Shaggy Ben looking to get that camline onto our POV, but he's, Guild Xena's castles, they can just use the walls to their advantage.
This is a rough situation to be in, but I hope these guys fight it out and try to give it a go and use the guards to their advantage while there are still guards and not just let these guys PvE it away. The other team is small enough that the guards could be effective against them if you get some good shots in. Let me just take a larger look around, see how many of this hammer and sickle there are.
Yeah,
I'm only seeing like 20 guys.
Yeah, it's just Hammer and Sickle by themselves. They're not a large enough force. Hammer and Sickle really don't mass that much anymore. A shadow of their former selves, so to speak. It's like Guild Xena are going to be backing out of this situation. They may wait for their whole entire party to arrive, and then wait for the elites to spawn.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Because if they can get the guards to help you in this situation where it's 11v20, that can swing the battle in your favor. That's not an undoable amount of enemy, but you'd want the guards.
Yeah, definitely need the guards. But we'll keep an eye on that on the other monitor. Tomashi is still chilling in Sunfang Ravine. Syndic making his way up here. Sunfang approach for Syndic. Yep, they're literally right next door.
Oh, they're on their way. Okay, it looked like they weren't going to be running into each other today, but maybe Elevate was like, "Hey guys, can we just do this? We're bored."
It's so PoE main Zerg have 34% debuff, and then PoE 2, I believe they already zoned in. They have a 10% debuff in this zone. Then into Sunfang Ravine, I believe they zoned in already. They do, and they have a 37% debuff in total for PoE 2.
Mhm.
And was it 34? I said for PoE main.
I don't know, but we only got 27 on Elevate.
Yeah, but Elevate is the better Zerg, as we saw
Yeah, I mean
yesterday.
it's like going at this point. It does look like they're fighting against Arch. Prove me wrong.
Tamashi and the boys, it already engaged.
And already a Arch-like absorption by Sun as they just stood there and took it while they looked at the wall.
Yeah, they need to get the memo. Like, once you drop your DPS, as soon as you drop your DPS onto the corner of the wall, you back up instantly. You don't sit there and admire the view, because the only view that you'll be getting is the respawn back inside the hideout. Damashi looking to maybe delete some of those hammers quick enough. Full stack of curses getting applied here. Nice little clumps. Permafrost connecting, but the Cleric Cows
Good
are
defense.
down.
Yeah, good defense. That's how you do it. That's some very good defense.
That's how you're meant to have your hammer set up for a castle, ladies and gentlemen. Cleric Cow is king. Survive any engagement, but Tamashi could have already read that play and now may use a 2-cycle cooldown maneuver. So they burn the Cleric Cow and then they dump all the remaining DPS on top of the clump. But all of PoE are now in this zone. So he has 2 angles to work off. He has the eastern side and the western side. Courtyard was also getting hammered away. So definitely got their work cut out here today. Would have been so much easier if Guild Xena was fully masked. We would have seen a repeat of what we saw yesterday, and yesterday's fight was amazing.
It was good content. We do have at least one member of Guild Xena over here. They might be redirecting their forces into this direction. Tamashi goes out, just probably scouting numbers.
Yeah, just having a wee peek, see what's going on. I see a member of Elevate there with the one-shot crossbow, playing the American sniper role, seeing if you can pick off any of the healers with a one-shot.
Okay, we do have more members showing up from the eastern side for Elevate. A little bit of defense. Nice DPS going down, but the Locusts were down in time, and I think they're going to absorb that just fine over from PoE 2. The return is heavy, though. Are they going to lose a couple of guys? It looks like it's just on the edge. Gonna survive at least the first wave.
Yeah, they lost a couple members on the eastern side outside of the castle. I don't know what those DPS
I think they were coming in.
To.
Were they coming in? Yeah.
Yeah, look, Guild Xena's arriving.
Here's Guild Xena arriving too. That was a attempt to make some space with a little bit of worry. Here's a large group of Guild Xena coming in. This is gonna become a fight at some point, more than just the scrimmage that we have now.
Definitely, and Cluster Q is indeed activated. I'm wondering if that group of Guild Xena was hiding inside of a dungeon, because we didn't see them. This isn't the same group that was down with Hammer and Sickle.
No, that was a different group, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Hey, like I said, maybe that was the, number 41 through 51. Or through 40 through 51, those guys. 41 through 52, technically, I guess, wouldn't it?
The guys from Reject Sanity are taking a castle and Darkbow Snag, but there's no opposition there. So there's a few just, this is the way, guys, but that's going to go very soon.
It should be an easy walkover for Reject Sanity. It is their home. It looks like Eastern Courtyard door is down here in Sunfang Ravine.
I will be interviewing the GM of Reject Sanity rather soon. So that's going to be happening in the near future. Look forward to making it. Yeah.
It's definitely an interesting story how they evolved over the last couple seasons from what they were and what they hated into what they became.
Mm-hmm.
And now that they're a pretty destructive ZVZ force. Definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Very good working there alongside the PoE Empire.
Indeed.
Maybe a little bit hands off, not as close as like a PoE 2, I would say, but similar to like rage control.
I would say
I just found
Probably better at ZVZ than rage control. I'll give him that. But
Jotani of Grimside and Gmor together with Nope
okay,
being fully masked. So they have a big force here up in the north of the Nope and Gmor alliances.
what zone?
That's in Shaleheath Steep. That's the territories that were getting launched on that Robin mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
right, just keep an eye on that action. Tamashi and the boys still chilling here. Sunfang Ravine.
Oh, that
They're
is
doing
really out there.
a pretty good job of holding it here. Eastern Courtyard. I think the Western Courtyard is about to fall. Once that happens, Western Little Door is about to go down as well. It looks like Tamashi was looking for an engagement there and nearly dragged that Camland back into his own Zerg. But the boys are able to look for something here. Sun trying to pile in the DPS, finding the clumps, finding the dumps, but like we saw yesterday, support players are doing the Lord's work for Elevate, and now the return comes in. Sun have no defensives down at all on the front line, and it is a clean sweep here. What were those locusts? Way too late here for Sun. A very bad misplay by the support players there. Very nicely done by Elevate.
The guys from
was active
Nope
for a
and
short period of time there. Go ahead.
the guys from Nope and what's the friends called? I just mentioned them, but they ran into a little bit of 6 in Whitecap Cave, which is a tunnel zone, and there was a little bit of an engagement, but it seems like 6 is getting pushed out the door just now.
Yeah, 6 is split into at least 2 different groups right now as I was watching them in another area not near that tunnel zone.
There
but
is a
also
definite
checking out
engagement here
Bud's End.
between War Gods and Darkseid.
Yeah, there's something going on over here. Who's your
I'm on the command
POV?
mammoth Aussie1. OS is
okay, I'll check him out.
number 1.
Yeah,
I was
hopping
on
on over to
Bud's
him.
End over there.
Like Nope are falling back here. There's skulls popping up all over the place by this door. 6 are holding strong. Nope looking for a re-engagement here. Their cooldown should be up soon enough to pick off 1 or 2 tanks maybe. Obviously this area is just so choke heavy, and now we're going to see a full push here from Nope onto the back end of 6, trying to find somebody. 6 are very much split. North,
Yeah, 6 is also
southeast,
over in
northwest.
Highstone Meadow fighting against Doom. So they're in multiple areas fighting at the same time right now. Back over to Aussie 1.
There you go. We did mention yesterday that 6 do have multiple shot callers for their alliance. Their alliance is extremely large, so expect multiple shot callers. So they can fight in different zones. Aussie 1 and the boys of Nope, though, holding on strong for now. 6, though, can collapse and pretty much devastate them if they make a misplay here. Nope are a little bit trapped for what they can do. They're looking for an engagement. Nice little clump on the eastern side. Can they capitalize on that? Permafrost did come out, but not enough CC or follow-up DPS. The return doesn't come in from the 6 Alliance either, and it's just an easy engagement there from Nope. I'm seeing a lot of skulls carry on popping up left, right, and center, though. Definitely some skirmishes happening on the eastern side. Yes, that's Gromer pushing in. Finally, my off-screen name tags kick in. So M3R were getting pushed in on the eastern side by Gromer. And now 6 are just on the northwest. Nope, going to go for a full push here. Gromer going to get caught up in the middle of it. That's not going to stop the Nope Alliance. A lot of reflection from the DPS output. A lot of people dying, and Nope are going to get run over here. Nope, Command Mammoth may save them from that as the defense bonus comes out. And now we're going to see the switch. Now Gromer come in, obviously playing off a different rotation here. They're going to be working alongside Nope. Going to engage onto 6. 6 need to fall back. They can't just keep staying here, else they're going to get screwed. There's already a blob rotating on their western side above them to flank them. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's definitely not the reinforcements of 6. As Nope charge in, massive permafrost, massive deletions onto the back end there of 6 Alliance. Are 6 going to be able to return the DPS onto these clumps As Nope are hanging around a little bit too long. Defensives are down, though. Judicators are down. They didn't fall back in time, so Gromer can't re-engage. Aussie dragging the Camland back, and the Brimstone connecting. Not enough follow-up DPS for the 6 Alliance. Nope should be having their cooldowns back up any second now as the charge continues.
They're still fighting over here in Highstone Meadow as well, and kind of a small-scale content against Doom. It's been very, very back and forth, but it looks like finally it's starting to go over into the favor of the Uprising Kings as they defend this castle.
It looks like the 6 Alliance are slowly dwindling down in numbers here in the tunnel. Nope, looking for their next push here. Need to be careful around that little lip there. Actually, they're going to get hit in the back end. Hammerfall are appearing to the southeast side. So Nope are now the meat of the sandwich unless they get rid of the group to the southeast. That's going to be the call here. And it looks like 6 and MV going to get deleted on that engagement. Wow, numbers are legit just streaming in here. There is so much 6 coming into this zone. They just keep coming.
Yeah, they just keep coming. I'm wondering if they're very close for reinforcements or something, because they don't have that many players. I mean, I should take that back. They have about 3,000 players in the entire alliance, but they are in many, 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 many different guilds. So it's hard to get them all to come together in this type of situation. But here we go. Nope has pushed them out.
Looks like our POV just zoned out. M3R 6 Alliance are now making their push towards the door. I'm going to try and find us a tank real quick to spectate.
While you recover from a little bit of packet loss, yeah. Shozen, go ahead.
Anything?
No, he's the one who's suffering from packet loss.
Yep.
I thought it was me there. I'm getting it in game, actually. My game is a little bit chunky.
I'm still watching Aussie 1 and Tamashi on the other screen.
Yeah, I'm watching right now. I'm back onto Aussie 1 here as he's now facing off against 6 from the other direction, having already pushed out some of them. Now we have War Gods coming in and trying to sandwich Nope against the door. Good play here. Don't give them anywhere to go. But Aussie 1 has that command mammoth, and that's going to give you a giant advantage over a group that doesn't have one. And it looks like he's been using it to his advantage. Really, they've been using it fairly well. I want to know if there's any fight going on more to our west. What's going on up there? Have we a name for the 6 Alliance on that side?
I just jumped over. I don't... Maybe Zemka with 2 A's? Z-A-M-K-A-A. But that's Red Bears there. They're not even grouped with anybody. Never mind.
That guy's just a lone red bear. A real bear. Not even red. Okay. Let's see, who else do we have here? Oh, because there's a lot. That's over in the other side. I'm talking up over on the northwest side, where it looks like 6 has pushed very deep into the flanking group of the Nope Alliance, and it's actually G Armor over here, not Nope. So they've pushed G Armor all the way back on the west and are kind of chasing them out. I don't know where Nope is, because I don't see any deaths coming on the other side. Did they push Nope out of the door, Bogul?
I'm having trouble figuring out the things, honestly. You got to jump around a little bit. I'm still following Aussie 1. He just
Aussie 1 just went out the door.
Yeah, he just did a straight tour through the tunnel.
Yeah, I don't know why he would do that, because there's so much.
Let's see.
Okay, so he's pulling Nope out, and it looks like 6 had chased them all the way to the door in the south. After having pushed G Armor out through the west and south, there wasn't anything pushing the two flank or the two front war for 6, and 6 was able to push these guys all the way out. I'm gonna go check and see what's happening on Mon JP, as he was in another fight. His is over, actually. Tamashi is still fighting, though, and this is a grueling war over here, just back and forth constantly. I've been checking in, and nobody has been able to get an advantage. If there's an advantage, it's an advantage for the defenders, because they seem to be fine.
Rob, and by the way, did you have a chance to see how the attacks went on the territories there? Because it's 1805. It's just about after.
Let me have a look right now.
All right.
I think I'm okay.
Nope.
No. Tamaj still has
Tons of guys
of
there.
action. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I gotta make
He's
this big
just
screen.
constant booms out the door, just waiting for these guys to make any kind of push into the courtyard area, and then they flood out. They do not have the front doors. They have been knocked out, but it doesn't look like Tamashi or your mom really care. They're just taking advantage of a less skilled opponent and getting giant clumps and smashing them over and over again and saying, are you going to bring more?
But how long can you last in that situation? I think that's the important thing to consider.
Well, here's the thing: is I believe there is a critical mass that if you have this many players and you have a high enough level of skill, you can defend in chokes pretty much as long as you can hold out, like for a very long time. And unless you make a mistake or the opponents make an incredibly well-timed play, you can stay there indefinitely. And I believe that Elevate has that level of skill.
Yeah, but
As long as they don't make, a critical error, they will be able to hold out near indefinitely against a larger force.
You think? I think that PoE has enough here to whittle them down slowly. It looks like they have the larger size.
But you see, they're still close enough that they are able to get their reinforcements. You saw Guild Xena come in earlier and some Elevate reinforcements. Now that you can't do. This can't happen. You can't lose 4 or 5 guys. And actually, I mean, those defensives may have been down in time. Elevate may have been okay. They may have been able to absorb all of that. Can they make anybody pay for that? And they do. At least 2 members go down for their opponents. And yeah, I don't think they lost anybody. I think their defensives were down. These stairs look clean. Do you see any corpses here, Bogul?
I don't.
Yeah, they absorb that.
But now that you said that reinforcements might come in, where are they coming from? Because it seems like this is pretty far off too.
It is, but at this point in the game, Bogul, when you're able to defend for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes,
Okay.
you can run 5 minutes to come back to a fight. And when you're only getting content for an hour 3 times a day or something like that, you're going to come back to the fight. And it's not even an hour. That's an exaggeration. You're looking at 20-minute long fight. Nice bomb over the wall to the west here, Bogul. That's a lot of death from Scoia'tael. See, Elevate couldn't absorb deaths like that. Now, do they get their defensives down? Look at all those clerics. Look at the... Yes, they're going to be fine here, I think. Even with 2 rotations of DPS from PoE, Elevate absorbed all of that. Very, very good use of the bubble. They have some nice arcane use over there. Their support players are very, very good.
I'm still hopping around trying to gauge numbers from the outside, and it's not easy to see. It's a little hard to decide which side is bigger right now. It seemed like PoE is because they have a little bit on the west and on the south here. So I'm going to give it to PoE. But if it's double the size, I'm not quite confident if it's that much.
Well, see, the thing is, because of the way that the doors are and everything, you can't really get everybody in very easy. You have to be able to make a swarming play. When you have multiple doors down, you can hit them from multiple sides and actually get completely on top of them. At this point, PoE isn't in a position to do that. They're trying, and they might be able to pull it off, but right now they're losing so many that at some point, Elevate may get worn down, or I should say your mom could get worn down to a point where they decide to leave like we saw yesterday. But at this point, they're nowhere near that. They are winning engagements, hitting 8, 9 people, 9 plus, maybe, a dozen plus in single engagements. We've seen it a couple. Usually it's like 3 guys like these idiots over on the east who are going to get blown up because they aren't paying attention to defensives. And but they're not losing guys in the return. We've seen them a couple of times lose 1 or 2, but usually they're getting their defensives up in time, making sure all their supports are in the right position, and making good defensive plays, not even losing anybody, turning around and getting 3, 4, 5, 10 plus more.
I mean, if you look at the timer, it's 18:09. The scoring is already done for that castle, so this has
This is
devolved
not about
into
scoring.
No, this is about honor at this point, it feels like. It's
Yes.
like you beat us yesterday, and now we're going to grind you down and show you who's boss. I feel like that's the PoE.
Is that what you're seeing, though? I imagine
I-
this...
I see PoE having more than Elevate at this point, and
Yes.
slowly but surely overwhelming them.
Okay. But if they slowly but surely overwhelm them like yesterday, and the kill board looks like yesterday, where Elevate gets 2 to 3 times, their KDR, that does that win? Do you really win?
Well, that's
'Cause
for the
here's some more
propaganda
guys,
department to decide. That's not my job, man.
Go into the bags at the walls and Elevate. Oh, I don't think Elevate's going to win that one. I think they're going to lose a guy out front, and I don't think they even got a kill on that. But maybe one kill. They are
Who are
pushing out
you
pretty
watching
far
right
over on the. I am currently on Tamashi, and I have my other monitor kind of pushed out in front, and I'm watching the orange on orange battle as well, just to see where the numbers are. But it looks like Tamashi and the boys are able to push out into a largely undefended group of CIR out in the courtyard, getting many kills. And by many, I mean, it looks like at least 8. If you look out to the west a little bit, where the first group had pushed out. Oh, and Min is down, and so are a couple more Elevate who had over pushed. So I say, even if you get 8 kills and you lose 3 guys, that might not be a win for Elevate, but they're pushing again for more pressure and kills. And they just got 2 more. So 10 to 2 might be a win.
You're kind of starting me to convince here, but I still see a lot of people around Syndic.
He's got the numbers. Like, here's the thing, though, is that they have brought in a lot of new players from what I was told. Now, I could be wrong, because I don't get a lot of accurate, good, honest information from PoE.
I see.
It's mostly just Syndic in chat telling us we're wrong and that we're idiots. So we know that already. That's not giving us any information that we don't already have. Now, if he told us how many new players he had and said that they have recruited like 400 new players into PoE Prime recently, and they're just learning how to ZVZ and smashing against these walls every day is a good way to learn, I'd be all for that. But what I'm seeing is arch level of bag picking and no defensives up and poor support.
Well, that last engagement here from Syndic kind of worked out, I feel like. So,
yeah, but no, I see at least 1, 2. Oh, we could see many more deaths. Maybe he's listening to the show and mad, and he's like, push hard, my boys. This is what he needs.
wow.
Oh, wait, we're on a delay. I forgot. He's not going to hear this for 15 minutes. Robin, are you doing okay out there?
I think so. I think I'm back.
Yeah, you just got, it looks like you're only at 2% loss. You should be able to speak on that.
Thank God. Yeah, cool.
Did
I
you
love
see
it when
anything different when I was talking about that? Do you see things differently than what I just described?
No, not at all.
Okay. Well, I was hoping to get some kind of banter on there, but if you're like, yeah, they're just looking like Arch, it's dropping bags on the floor and dying 8 to 2.
I mean, I can't turn around and say, yeah, the PoE are doing well, because, shouldn't be lying on the show. Everyone says, tell the truth. Don't make shit up. So, yeah, PoE are doing pretty shit.
Half the time we're told that we have a PoE bias, half the time we're told that we have an Elevate bias, and half the time we're told that we're, BATV.
Hey, it depends what...
All I want to do is
Depends what
watch
day it
these
is.
guys, kill each other and their stuff fall on the floor, and then know that Bogul is making profit. That's my bias.
The bag market business bias.
Yeah. Gotta support those bags.
I'm surprised Elevate haven't decided to go outside courtyard and flank around this on the western outside wall yet. That's actually... Because Guildzina are keeping them busy on the west.
Right, but PoE Prime is out the bottom south, where you'd have to go through. And they did push out just a moment ago. They had 2 people overextend, and that's where I've seen their only losses from Elevate. Now, I've seen Guildzina lose a few as well, but not that many. And it's kind of hard to actually tell when Guildzina's losing, because I'm seeing it in orange v orange. One day.
One day.
I'm able to say I'm still part of that alliance.
Imagine if your guild or alliance could choose a color of their names.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I just want to be able to go into free roam and still be part of an alliance and be able to see it from that perspective, so that I can have 2, colors, opponents, you know, anything that allows me to differentiate. It's given me a lot of practice of watching capes.
I don't do cape watching. That's bad.
It's easier than the names, I'll tell you.
Oh
Oh,
shit!
that's a great engagement by PoE, and a number of if they do that a few times, they could turn the tide of this.
Yeah,
Wow,
that
is
was
4.
something decent right
Yeah.
there. Finally, PoE finding their first decent engagement. Tamashi though looking to counter the engagement, not going to find anything.
Not gonna find nothing
Sun
there. They're far enough away.
Boitel's positioning out to the west perfectly, perfectly placed. Trying to bait in that hammer and sickle main PoE Zerg into the bomb squad. Really got burnt onto nothing for that engagement.
Unfortunately for your mom in this situation, they have to be absolutely perfect every single time. If they're not, they're gonna be overwhelmed. Because look at all those corpses there. I thought it was 4. It's definitely 5.
It's a lot more because they stack up on top of each other.
Well, I'm counting the bags.
Yeah, they stack.
Nope, I think we're good. There's 2 more over on the top ledge and another one on the third. That's 8 total. But I think those 3 earlier are from earlier, and the 5 in that clump that we're watching right now from Tamashi are the group that we just watched die from that initial blast.
PoE trying to do it again, but
you keep doing it, that's gonna really matter against the Elevate team, because like we were talking about earlier, it takes them a while to get their men back to the fight, whereas PoE doesn't need to bring any more men to the fight. They already got a couple hundred here.
Yeah, returning from Arthur's Rest, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4 zones away, a little bit closer than yesterday's zone that they were fighting in for the castle.
5-minute run.
Yeah,
You're fine.
and
You're
you gotta
coming back.
dodge the gank squad as well.
Yeah, but you're coming back. And we saw the gang squad is right out in front of the doors here, so that's where. And here we go. We already have some returning members right now coming in through the eastern gate as we talk about them.
Yeah, Elevate definitely in it for the long run. No backing down here. The beef was definitely cooked yesterday on the show. Both sides don't wanna lose the crown or be dethroned. It's one of those. Something like that.
You're saying there's crowns to go around.
I don't know what it is, dude. I can't commentate like this because I'm literally like, it's like a slideshow for me. I don't get it.
That's what I'm getting too. I'm getting lag right now. I'm
my ping's the lowest it's ever been in Albion.
mine is not.
My ping's like 95 to 100. And like
Okay.
my normal ping's like 110 to 120.
I'm good on
Mine
both
is
sides. Like
like,
lag and like FPS both is fine for me with 2 clients.
I usually have 2 clients capped at 60 and ping in the 10s, like the teens, really very rarely in the 20s. And now I'm just at about that for FPS. I'm at 17 FPS, and my ping is way worse than what it says it is.
Yeah. I don't know what's been maybe behind the scenes changed
Yeah, I think
today. I
think,
may have to ask QA later on, see if anything happened.
well, no, I had this problem a couple of weeks ago, and then it reverted itself, and I think it's my local internet provider, to be honest.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You know how the internet's been in trouble lately.
Yeah. Elevate a little bit in trouble as well. Defense is finally down. Losing 1 or 2 members on that engagement once again. We know that if they push, they're dead. So they're just waiting. Dwindling down the numbers one by one. Could be a very drawn out fight. It's already been close to 30 minutes, by the way, because Tamashi's food is about to run out in 1 minute 30. Overcharge not popped for him today. But looking around at his Zerg, a couple people are indeed overcharged, so that's going to cause some issues in the coming minutes. Probably a repeat of what we saw yesterday. They're probably going to call a mount up and get out, most likely. But it's a very, very passive play style today by Elevate. Not super aggressive. Just a back and forth when they feel comfortable. Now, I'll tell you something. one thing I noticed, the most impactful thing today is definitely those bloody Grail Seekers. They have been shutting down so many engagements lately. I want to go out on a limb and say maybe they're a bit too powerful. I don't know. I don't know.
We'll look into. We have
Maybe
time.
chat may disagree with me.
I think we can look at it. We can spend some time over the next 2 weeks getting some opinions on how people feel about it, how it feels in the act. You haven't been out there in this EVZ in a little while. You've been on vacation. You're not fighting with Blue Army on the daily.
Not fighting with Blue Army.
Nice engagement over the top.
Ooh, here we go. PoE2 looking to push in on the western side. Looks like they've used a two-prong approach here because I believe the western group haven't used their cooldowns, but they're going to call a full pushback here. No engagement from the eastern side. I don't know why the main PoE group hasn't broken these doors down and got in on the eastern side to initiate the sandwich. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's taking them so long. Like Tamashi, though, going to be pushing out into Courtyard. The Brimstone's going to connect on top of that group of Hammer and Sickle. 1 or 2 members going to lose their life and elevate back into their position where they've been pretty much this whole entire time. It has now hit the 30-minute mark. Overcharges will begin to break shortly. Tamashi hasn't got a spare food, so no food there unless he loots one for himself. Wait and see.
That sucks when you don't have food.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to have food for him. Check these bodies.
Why always bring 2 lots of food and 10 potions?
Just check the bodies. 2 lots.
Yeah.
Like 2 stacks? Like 20 food?
No. 2
food.
lots. 2 food. 2 pieces of food.
Okay. All right.
And 20
Like,
stacks.
what are you talking about, man? 20 stacks is a completely... That's nothing like what I said, 20. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to need 20 stacks. 2 stacks is a lot.
Well, that group of PoE just got stacked and dumped. PoE2 making a break on the western side. Is it going to be impactful enough? This group did get caught off guard. Defensives are down. PoE2 making not enough an impactful engagement. Guild Xena holding off the push on the west. Very nicely done indeed. Still, this eastern side hasn't been broken into. The eastern courtyard door's down. Why isn't PO... Oh my god, the zigzag play, the suicide play from Elevate not paying off at all. That group just getting deleted there as they got dragged with the Camland. Tamashi trying to make a counter play here into Courtyard. It's not going to be enough as PoE are already retreating backwards. Just the remaining tanks getting caught off guard, but they're going to make it out alive. Soaking up that DPS, and it's going to be A-OK. Elevate very... I'm not going to say a stupid play. I mean, it's zigzag, right? There's always going to be that risk you're going to get bombed instantly. As soon as you get scouted, the call comes. You just got to take that risk. The Locust was a little bit off, unfortunately, as the Camland, I believe, dragged them out of the Locust and then into the corner of the wall. So, happens. Not every day we see a play like that through zigzag.
Yeah, that can be rough there.
We are now.
I find zigzag to be the most dangerous spot for maneuvering through. It really can lead to a lot of death.
Yeah, but it can also pay off, right? It's a very risk versus reward area of the castle. If you can wrap around and maneuver yourself behind the enemy Zergs from west to east in a heartbeat, it's really nice, and it kind of throws the enemy Zerg off guard as well, because their back line's going to be their front line without them even knowing, and then they just get deleted. But if the overcharges are breaking, as you can see here, a couple members looking a little bit naked. 1 or
but
2
they're still fighting for it here, you know?
Yeah, they got traded armor.
Okay.
That Grail Seeker just got a piece of knight armor back.
Well, they got the guards back. I mean...
Castle's reset, so the doors are back up.
Yeah, and this means, like, they have to start all over. Does PoE stay? Or do they just like, "Ah, we lost this? Because, I mean, this has been a loss for PoE. Like, I love content, but I don't know, man.
I mean, if it's anything like the numbers that we saw yesterday, right? Afterwards, even like some of the Elevate members were saying in local chat when we were speaking to them, they were saying, "Oh, it was an even fight." And then the battle board came out, and it turned out PoE doubled their numbers. It was like I think it was 145 versus like 300 ish. So
Yeah, we were looking at the battle board during the Daily Show.
yeah, so even on that front, PoE should be walking over the top and securing this victory. This is like I think it's edging into a 40-minute fight right now.
Yeah,
And
at least.
all they've done is got down 2 doors, got a
See, they
couple
were,
bombs over the wall,
Okay.
and
Practice.
then the castle
Yes, it's
reset.
Practice.
Robin,
Yeah.
when we first started watching it, Elevate's disarray was 27.
Now it's 37. Well, we didn't call it out
They
because
didn't have Guildzina.
yeah,
Guildzina
Guildzina hiding in the dungeon, we believe. But it shows that Elevate and your mum willing to return and keep the fight going. PoE holding on strong as well, keeping their reinforcements slowly coming in as well. I mean, we could be here all the way up until the Hellgate show. That's at 1900 UTC, by the way. The Hellgate showcase will be coming up. I do need to get some Photoshop skills done real quick to make sure the graphics are fine.
Yeah, we have to get ready for the next show, so I don't know how long we can hang out here for this ever-going battle, but maybe during the Hellgate show we can get the battle boards.
Yeah, and have a sneak peek there.
I'd love to watch those, and then we'll look at the battle boards tomorrow too. Maybe keep them for tomorrow, because this has been an outrageous fight. I want to know what the KDR is on this.
For sure. I mean, things like this, I would love to have like an actual stat, like say like what items are lost, like, you know, like X amount of brimstones were lost, like all that sort of statistics would be so cool to see. It would be so cool.
Oh, I would love to have a great API going for Albion. I have heard, interestingly enough, in the API circles that people are saying the API has been working lately and there hasn't been any problems for the people who, you know, do those kinds of websites. Things have been smooth, so maybe things are changing on the back end. I'm going to try to look around, get some official word on that, contact some of the guys.
I think that the last official word we had on the API is that there is no API. I think people are still scraping the website,
scraping,
basically.
yes, but scraping has been faster.
Right.
The calls, okay, so everybody is allowed to make certain calls to the website to get information currently.
Yeah.
And the calls have been smoother in that they're not getting such delays. And I've used the kill boards for years. It's been slow and at times just doesn't work. I was able to look up a few names yesterday and I was like, okay, that worked. I don't know if it's still working today. These are just rumors, you know, in the rumor mill. But when you hear something like this,
you kind of want to talk about it, yeah?
Yeah, because it's a big deal in certain circles.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the battle board yesterday was up pretty much right away before the show even ended, so...
Speaking of battle boards, I just got one.
Oh, nice.
Not from this battle.
Yeah, because it's still ongoing.
Because it's still going on, but I was talking with Mon JP in the background, and we have the one from their battle that we were just watching. So if you want to pull that up, Bogul, we can see how 6 did versus Snow. They apparently had even players, but that's about all that was even.
Was this the dungeon fight, or was it the one that was happening
this was
outside?
the castle fight. This is the castle fight. This is from Mon JP. This is not the Nope fight. This is 6 and Snow. We didn't get to see a whole lot of this fight, but I did get to watch a bit of it. And the fame is 9 million to 363,000. Kills 28 to 1.
Yeah, that's not great for Snow.
That's
I have to
God.
give Tomashi a thing here because
because he's just
almost
wiped
died.
those guys.
Syndic
Yeah, he
almost
just
died.
wiped that group. Holy crap!
Yeah.
I was looking over here, looking on my right, and I'd come back to Rob. You want to count those bags?
So that's that
A
fight
lot.
that Shozen just talked about. Yeah.
You're
What's-
gonna. That's ridiculous. Sorry, Bogul, you were saying?
No, I'm just showing the fight now because there's a little bit of break, but as soon as these guys fight again, I want to go back.
Yeah, I can't count those bags.
Tamashi's playing a little bit more aggressive right now. He's starting to edge
He's
a
got the
little bit further
doors.
in.
Well, he's got those
Well,
doors to fall back into the wide
yeah.
doors so that you can get out of there and you're not as likely to get caught in those retreating. Whereas the north doors, you actually have to split back across and it keeps you in range.
Yeah, I don't think either side's going to be giving up anytime soon.
No, and we only have, I think we have a hard stop on this in 9 minutes.
Yep.
Are you doing the Hellgate show during the Crystal League?
Yes. Because it would be
Yes.
a 1900.
Oh, okay.
Because, yeah, like the 20 is the main time for Crystal League. But we're going to be doing the Hellgates at 1900, which is right before Crystals.
Right.
And a lot of people warm up for Crystals in Hellgates.
Oh,
And that's the hope.
I see. Okay, cool. Cool.
I have posted around as well that the Hellgate Showcase will be going up at 1900 as well into the Hellgate Discord. So fingers crossed we have some decent action.
I mean, I
Hopefully
guess
some
we can
10v10s.
announce it here as well, right? To everybody, we will be doing a Hellgate live watching showcase. So if you do Hellgates at 19 UTC in just about 15 minutes, you might end up, on AlbionTV.
That was a decent engagement there from PoE Damnation
good.
Pierce into the DPS. Tamashi though
But the
looking for a full
return.
push.
Oh, wow. That's a devastating return. You're feeling all good because you finally killed 4 members, 5 members, 6, 7 members of Elevate. And they turn around and eliminate a party.
Very nicely done.
I think that's 6. I counted a bag twice.
I love how peaceful and relaxing this CVZ's been. It's like we don't really need to cast it that
just watch,
much
yeah.
because it's just like a chill, mellow. There's a long break in between engages. Everyone can clearly see what's happening, and when it happens, it's fireworks going off, and then it's back to this. I'm reading the speech bubble say chat as well, and people are currently trading themselves weapons
needs
and
weapons?
armor.
I got a spirit. I got shoes. I need shoes. Got a cleric robe? I need a cleric robe.
That's legit what's being said right now.
I need a locust. Oh, wow. Somebody's just putting up their... I got scholars. I got
Oh
bows.
god, the western side though, finally, it looks like PoE 2 trying to make
What
that
the
push
frick?
once again. Xena shutting it down, but Elevate getting trapped in zigzag by the main PoE force from Courtyard. Defensives are down. Looks like it's going to be a full push back onto this group. Are they going to be able to catch anyone off guard? 1 or 2 may fall here for CIR on the catch. One member of Rogue Native. Or 2. We'll say 2. PoE 2, though, have slowly broken in on the west. Xena using that door, like you said, to their advantage. PoE 2 can't progress further in because they're just going to get sandwiched right away. So Xena just chilling, holding, doing what they're meant to do in this situation. Not overextending, making stupid plays outside. Once again, people asking for food and weapons. I love it. This is what happens when fights last longer than 30 minutes and you overcharge. Maybe one day we're gonna get an hour-long overcharge. Just double
Wouldn't you
the
just love
cost
that?
and double
Just
the trash
double the
rate.
cost, double the trash rate, all for it. Double the length. Let's do this.
Keep these fights going.
Let's smash more gear.
This could be interesting to see how Elevate counter on this. CIR did a split push here onto the west. Tamashi
That's gonna leave their
looking to
back line
capitalize.
so
The
open.
Countman's come out. The
And it
knockup's
is.
in.
Oh no!
Yeesh.
Bye midline. Goodbye backline.
Nice
I hope you
cinematic
guys...
stuff.
Oh, actually, look. I think those support guys in the mid survived.
Yeah,
A
very
lot of them
nice
survived.
stuff.
Very good use of your arcane users there. Good placement. Really enjoyed that. I thought they were all going to die, Robin. One guy who just made a hero play.
Yeah, nicely
I'll
done.
beat me all to life.
I love seeing that Waterfuck member just
One what the fuck.
yeah, just chilling, looting everything he can. He's just popping in and out, even when it's like fully like engaged in ZVZ. He's like just popping in and looting the bags. I see you, dude. I see you. Syndic trying to make a play over the wall here. Not gonna find anybody on that bomb over the wall. The counter comes in. Rogue Native, Hammer, and Sickle are chilling. Can we get a little bit of better POV? Tamashi just have a peek. Believe they picked off quite a few on that return. Yes. they picked off 3 on the return.
All right, what is the disarray debuff at now? We were at 37. Still
We're at
37. All right. And on that, I think we might have to go soon.
Yeah,
4
we might
minutes.
have to start clearing it up soon.
Well, Robin, where can they watch these shows?
You can check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/AlbionTV. You can find all the previous shows, all the 5v5, 20 versus 20 Crystal League coverage, along with the War Reports and Invasion Day battles. We have the Hellgate showcases, along with the feedback loops. We also have the daily shows and interviews, but our interviews can be found elsewhere, can't they, Shozen?
Yeah, you can find those over on soundcloud.com/AlbionTV or any place you listen to podcast by simply typing in Albion TV into your search bar once you are there. If you do that, you should be greeted by nearly 100 interviews featuring some of the most interesting and charismatic individuals in all of Albion Online, as well as many members of the development team over at Sandbox Interactive. So if you like finding out how the game was made, what's going on behind the scenes, or the political and historical consequences of being a member of the Albion Online world, please tune in to soundcloud.com/AlbionTV.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around for the Hellgate Showcase coming up at 1900 UTC. Gold code giveaways during the show as well, as we're not on a delay. And maybe form up some groups. And maybe this fight may still be going on. We'll hopefully bring the battle board up during that show. If this fight ever ends, we'll have to wait and see. But until then, see you soon. Have a glorious evening.
Have a good night. We'll be back.